All right. So I'm not really sure why I'm doing this live, but we're going to go with it. I have been so exhausted this week. It is insane. Like, I had all of this momentum in January and February and March, and then out of the blue, just April just kind of came at me. Hey guys. And this last week, I don't feel like I could do anything. And so I was looking into what was going on. I've been talking to a couple of people, and what I realized, hey, is I'm not the only one going through this. And so I want to actually explain what is going on. So we're going through a huge energy upgrade. And what does that actually mean? So there's a lot of cosmic transits going on. There's so many planets, and I'm looking down at my notes because I need to remember everything. We have Neptune, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn all just ended a cycle, and they're now going to start their new cycle in Aries. So everything that we've been experiencing in this last couple of months has been us basically closing out cycles. So cycles that have still been open, we haven't worked through all our lessons. It's time. And the reason it's coming up so heavily now is unless we clear that space and we clear that energy, we're not going to have the space to create the new thing, which we're going to be doing in the new cycles. So a lot of these planets are already in Aries now. So you've probably gotten momentum, and those last couple of things, thanks to Saturn, is going to make sure you close it out until you do. You're not going to be able to move forward. So there's cosmic transits, there's planets going in retrograde, there's solar activities. There has been a lot of ancestral healing. So I personally have been going through ancestral healing, but the more I talk to others, they are also going through a lot of ancestral healing, and that itself is so draining. And so what are some of the signs that I've been experiencing and other people experience during a big energy upgrade? Hey, JC. So one of the things is fatigue. Just sometimes you'll feel like you're going to need to sleep for days. Burnout, disconnection. So like I said, I had all of this momentum, and then suddenly out of nowhere, it was just like, I don't feel like doing any of it. It doesn't make sense. I'm just going to sit here and wait. Your sleep changes, your appetite changes, your emotional state keeps changing. One moment you can feel like you have so much energy, and then the next moment you can feel like you're completely drained. I've asked myself this so many times, even this morning, like, oh my God, what did I sign myself up for? And then suddenly you get this momentum, and you're like, I feel like I want to create. I feel like I need to serve. I feel like I need to share my truth. Like literally this morning, a couple of hours ago, I did not want to move. And now here I am doing a live, which I barely ever do. And then suddenly you can get clarity around your old wounds. So for example, I did a medicine journey in March. Because I was trying to figure out what was blocking me from certain experiences that I wanted to have, and why I was repeating certain cycles. And what that energy, or what that medicine journey actually did, is it literally brought up whatever was stuck, and it got caught just like right here. And it was just jammed in there. And so it was a throat chakra blockage, but I could not for the life of me figure out what it was. So for all of April, this is what I was doing. I just kind of disappeared, and I just sat with it, and I asked chat about it, and just kept drilling in, trying to figure out what this is. And so I noticed a pattern in my paternal family. And I recognized it before too, but it didn't really shift anything. I just felt even more stuck. And so for anyone who is going through ancestral work, just keep working at it, keep digging. There's also something called family constellations therapy. So if you haven't tried that, try that. If you don't have access to family members, your ancestors, to ask them like what's going on, this is one of those therapies that you can use. I didn't use it necessarily, but I kept going further and further. I started doing somatic work, and what ended up happening is I went centuries back, and I don't even know if someone in my family experienced this, but it was in the ancestral lineage. And it was so deep in my nervous system that literally anytime I was experiencing something in this lifetime, my whole nervous system just would go into a fight or flight. And I couldn't figure out why, because it wasn't like I experienced anything in this lifetime. So that work alone was so exhausting. And at one point, I thought I was dreaming, but I could feel the energy kind of just move out and out of my lips. Hi, Shirobi. And after that, like I actually released whatever was going on. And I went to this beautiful ceremony for the Sacred Feminine by Sarah Jenks on Monday. And the whole day I was just in tears, and I could feel my ancestors in the room. And I'm getting emotional already just saying this. And that they would finally have a voice through me. And so if you go through something like that, it will exhaust you. And so what do you do? What do you do when you're in a moment where you're going through an energy upgrade? First of all, stop trying to push yourself. You're not going to be able to just go and function in the world the way that you used to. It's not a push through it type of thing. Rest your body. Calm your nervous system. Like I could not breathe, and I've heard several people say this too. Like their entire chest is just completely like blocked, and you can't breathe. And so go do a somatic breathwork session. If you want to try this, leave a comment for me, and I will send you a link that you can try. It works amazing. It's a 1-hour session, but it really loosens up whatever's going on in your nervous system. So do that, nourish yourself, rest. And what I've noticed is once you can actually calm your nervous system, a lot of this is integration. You're going to have a lot of things in the world aligning to this new version of you that you've upgraded to. So it's not going to necessarily be the same version of people, places, things that you used to align with before. So prepare yourself for having to let go of things. Again, it's about making space for the new version of you that you're becoming. Breathe, get in nature, rest as much as possible. If you have a family that you're with, see if you can get support to take care of things and let them know, like, I'm going through something, I'm going to need some time. So because you are going to be in a very emotionally vulnerable and sensitive place. So give yourself that space, and when you're ready, things will automatically start coming to you, and you'll get more motivation, you'll have more energy, you'll feel lighter. But for this time, it's not about working through it. It's resting through it is really what it is. Don't push through it. See what's coming up for you, journal, meditate, breathe, and, good luck. And if this is you, if you're experiencing this, I'm curious, how has this energy upgrade been going for you? Leave it in the comments. What are you doing to get through it? And what do you feel like is coming next? What do you feel like you're creating space for? And if you're curious, if you are not really sure, astrology has been an amazing tool. So if you're interested in figuring out what's next, put in the comment what's next, and I will definitely message you, and we'll have a conversation to figure out what is possible for you. We can figure that out in multiple ways. We can use astrology for that. We can just talk it through and see what's been going on for you. Hi, Holly. And it's incredible. But it's also a very scary place to be when you don't know what's going on and you don't have anyone to tell you what's going on. So let me be that resource for you. We can talk that through. I'm glad to support you. And I will be here again soon with a couple of other things that I want to address. So if you're not following me yet, follow me. If you feel like this will help someone else that you know is going through an energy upgrade, please let them know, because sometimes it's really frustrating when you don't know what's happening. And you just go into a whole lot of doubt on the journey that you're on. But when you start finding people that resonate with you and understand what you're going through, because not everyone does, it makes the whole process a lot easier. So good luck. You'll get there. I'm here for you if you need, and I will see you again soon. Bye.